Hey, what's up, y'all? AJ Don here, and you are watching Rap Snob. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel and like the video. It's going to help other rap snobs like yourself get a hold of me. And let's go ahead and get right into it. I wanted to come by today and just give my piece on DMX. Definitely wanted to show love and pay homage to the late great DMX, because I know that as a community we are all hurting. The hip hop community, the Hollywood as a whole, the industry as a whole is hurting over the loss of DMX. And I know that we all say this often, this one hurt. And they all hurt. They do. They definitely all hurt. But this one really hurts because DMX have been in our lives for so long. He's been in, my life, all of my adult life. His music has been a part of my entire adult life. He's legendary status, legendary music. The thing is, when you go back and listen to DMX music, let me kind of fast forward. Let me fast forward, because I don't want to get into backstories and stuff, because I want to talk about now. I had a friend of mine who tweeted out something that I found very interesting. She tweeted, y'all didn't celebrate him when he was here. And I didn't even know that she tweeted this. I didn't even know it was my friend who tweeted this. I was just on Twitter reading some stuff. I'm not too familiar with Twitter. Occasionally I'll get on there. So I don't know why I don't really look at who tweets was. I just read the tweet first. And as soon as I saw that, I was ready to reply like, that's stupid and that's not true. And I had like this whole message back. And then I realized this was my friend who tweeted this. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to take that back. I'm not going to tweet. I'm not going to go against her. But she's wrong. She's wrong. She tweeted that y'all didn't celebrate him while he was here, basically don't celebrate him now. But I don't feel like that was X. I don't feel like DMX was somebody who we didn't appreciate and somebody that we didn't celebrate. I don't feel like that was the case with him. Let's say Ja Rule, God forbid something happened to Ja Rule, and then everybody's crying over Ja Rule and then playing his music. Then that applies, because nobody's really playing Ja Rule music anymore. He's not as relevant as he used to be, in my opinion. I mean, he's not on any of my playlists, but he never was, for that matter. But I feel like then that applies to an artist like that. But DMX, I don't know. I feel like everybody was still bumping X. I feel like his music is timeless. Like, you still hearing Party Up in the club. You are still hearing Y'all Gonna Make Me Lose My Mind in the club. I feel like that song is still in movies. A lot of his music is timeless. Like, if you go to my Instagram account, like one of my last posts, you know what I'm saying, was me posting DMX song because I was, on my morning walk listening to any other cats got love for me. I was listening to that on my walk, and I like posted the video or posted, you know what I'm saying, the track list or whatever. And so I feel like when I go back and listen to DMX after his passing, like we all did, we all, poured us something to drink and went back and listened to his music. I haven't listened to Slippin' yet, because I'm just not ready for that. So I have not heard Slippin' yet. I gotta wait for the right day and time to play Slippin'. But when I went back and played all his songs and went down his playlist, it didn't sound like I hadn't heard it in a while. For me personally, it didn't sound unfamiliar, or I should say, it didn't sound like, oh, I forgot about this one. Oh, yeah, he had this one. It wasn't like that. It was just me playing what I've been playing. You know what I'm saying? It did not feel foreign. It didn't feel like I hadn't heard it in a while. It didn't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I said it to say maybe she wasn't celebrating his life. Maybe she forgot about him. Maybe she wasn't playing his music. But I just feel like me, the people that surround me, the people that's in my life, the people who love rap, who love hip hop culture, was listening to DMX in 2021. You know what I'm saying? And we will be listening to DMX beyond. His music for me was timeless. All that music of DMX is timeless. You know what I'm saying? I never stop playing DMX. I never. He's all over my playlist. Again, go to my Instagram account. There's like a video of me riding a car playing DMX music. I have not stopped playing this man's music since he started making it. There was no break. I might not listen to 50 Cent every single day, but I listen to 50 Cent a lot. You know what I'm saying? I listen to DMX damn near 3 or 4 times a week. That's how it always has been. I've never stopped celebrating that man. So when she said it, I was thrown off. And I feel like a lot of people are like that as well. Not to mention, we did just have him on Versus. You know what I'm saying? We saw DMX and we saw Snoop do the Versus. And man, what a time. You know what I'm saying? Such great timing to be able to get that last performance from DMX. I feel like it was the last performance for the world to see, because I know that X was still doing shows, so it's not like it's the last time that everybody saw him. But for everybody to come together and celebrate DMX, you know what I'm saying, one last time before his passing is amazing. And it's great that we got it on tape, film, digital, I don't know, whatever. It's great that we all got a chance to sit around and celebrate DMX and Snoop Doggy Dogg together. It was great. I went back and I watched it. It was even better the second time. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I broke down, a little bit because he had passed, and it was so great to see him, feeling good and looking good and everything on the verses, and just to know that that just happened just a short time after that was, it was heartbreaking. But I don't know. I don't feel like DMX wasn't celebrated. So that's really, I just wanted to say that DMX, for me, we never stopped playing his music. And I know I've never stopped playing that man's music. I work out to it. A lot of, back in my day, I used to rap or whatever. A lot of my raps that I wrote to old DMX beats. You know what I'm saying? My very first gospel rap back in the day, I don't do gospel rap at all, but I just tried to make one of those Christian raps or whatever. It was to Slippin', I believe. I'm pretty sure I wrote a rap to Slippin'. And I actually started off with one of his lines. And one of his songs, and I don't even know which song it is. You guys might know. Talk to me in the comments if you guys know what song this is. And one of his raps, he say, I let my dogs get too close and they bit me. I don't remember what song it was, but I remember he said that in one of his songs. And I was like, that was hard. I'm like, that's hard. And I took I made a whole ass rap off of that one line. I let my dogs get too close and they bit me. But in the end, you best believe the Lord was right there with me. Forgive me, Father, I have sinned. And once again, if I should die before I wake, I hope they take me. Amen. That's like something I wrote. That was way, way, way back in the day, because I haven't been in the church in a long time. But that was way back in the day. DMX inspired that rap. You know what I'm saying? When I saw how, connected he was to his faith, I was like, okay, you can rap, you can still have fun and rap and live and love hip hop music, but still be a part of your faith. And like I said, back in the day when I was trying to go the Christian route, I definitely was inspired by DMX, because he was so heavy into his faith, and he made sure he always stayed prayed up. And even though I may not be a Christian or go to church or anything like that, I still admire and respect the hell out of DMX for always staying heavy in his faith, for never being afraid to say a prayer before a show, before an interview, in his music, on his, albums, prayers. Like, you can always count on DMX for a prayer. And I'm just like, and it's real and it feels real. It's always felt real. And I'm like, that's X, like that's DMX, and that feels good. And he's never let up on that. He's always given, 100% of himself to his faith, based on what I see. I don't know him personally, but based on what I've seen and the energy from him, I felt that's what I've always gotten from X. I never got a chance to get any pictures with him, because the one time that I did meet him, it was in passing, and it wasn't when everybody had a cell phone handy. Back during I met him, everybody didn't have a cell phone in their hand. But I met him really quickly in passing. He was doing a show back in Detroit back in the day, and we were staying at the same hotel. My friends and I had got a room, and he just happened to be staying in the room right above us, because we had like a coupon for a hotel suite. So we stayed on like the second floor suite, and DMX ironically stayed in the third floor suite. And I remember just it was just rumbling and noise above us, and we knew it was DMX, and we laughed, but we didn't get in our groupie bag or nothing like that. We didn't go upstairs to go knock on door. We didn't do any of that. We was kind of, me and my crew was a little bit different back in these days. But anyway, we were walking out the door. I remember we were walking out eventually later on in that night. We were walking out, and I had on this shirt, and this is a coincidence. I had on this shirt that said X on it. It had a big ass X on it. It wasn't for DMX. It was an Express, the clothing store. It was an Express logo shirt. So I guess they were trying something new with their logo. So they like highlighted the X and Express, and it was a big ass green neon X. And I bought it to wear out that night to the club, because I used to like to wear shirts that drew attention or whatever. So I'm walking out, me and all of my homegirls walking out. DMX and his entourage is walking in. I'm walking out with this big ass X shirt on. They see that shirt and they lose it. They go, X, X. DMX was like, oh, hey, X, X, X. Like, they all just yelling out X. And I'm just like, ah. I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I'm sitting here, X, I'm doing it. Now, mind you, this shirt, it meant Express. But He thought it was for DMX. The whole crew thought it was for DMX. So I went with it. He was doing like this. And like I said, it was just quick passing. They didn't stop. We didn't stop. But it was a real good moment. And me and all my friends just had a good laugh at that because it was just a coincidence. We wasn't even looking for DMX. He wasn't looking for us, obviously. But I just happened to wear that X shirt the day that I saw DMX and the day that DMX was in town. I swear I didn't do it on purpose, but it just worked out that way. So that's my great memory of DMX. I'm glad at least I got to say I saw him and had some kind of moment with him before his passing. So yeah, I just wanted to, like I said, DMX is definitely, for me in my top 10 greatest of all times. And trust me, we gonna get into my top 5. Don't you guys worry. That is my favorite subject ever, is discussing people's top 5. So we definitely gonna get people on here on the show to discuss their top 5. But yeah, he's in my top 10, I would say, of favorite rappers of all time. Greatest rappers of all time. He's definitely on that list as well. He's definitely in the conversation for one of the greatest rappers. His music was I feel like it was diverse. He had something for the not the gangbangers. I don't want to say that. He had something for like the thugs, the hard niggas. He had something for the ladies. He had some mellow stuff. He had some hardcore stuff. He had some club hits. He had soundtrack hits. His music was just so damn diverse. And, speaking of soundtracks, just talking about him as an actor, Belly was the first time. Was that his first? Was that his first? There's nobody in this room. I feel like Belly was the first time we got a chance to see DMX act, and he nailed it. And what I like about it is that he was just kind of being himself. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they said, go, and he just read some words. So he was kind of being himself. But he was so good in that movie, and he just took off from there with the act. And he was, DMX was an amazing actor in that movie. It just shows you how important and how talented this man was to the culture, to the community, the hip hop community. I'm really going to miss, having, DMX in our world, because it's like, when I say I'm going to miss the fact that we could have DMX, I mean that he's not doing shows. DMX did a lot of legend tours. He can't do any shows anymore. There's no more music, coming continuously throughout the years because he's gone. He's not making any new music besides whatever he's already made. So I hate that we don't have any more DMX coming. I don't know. I'm hurting over this. I'm sad over this. I hope that I know that he's in peace. I don't know what happens when you go. Based on his faith, I believe that, he believed in heaven. So whatever his version of heaven is, I believe that that's where he is. I believe that he's definitely happier. Like Swiss Beats said, he's not in any more pain. And I believe that. I genuinely believe that DMX is not in any more pain. So, we are here to celebrate X. I love X. I love DMX. I love his music. My favorite DMX song, there's so many, but the one for some reason that I just love is One More Road to Cross, One More Risk to Take. That, I don't know why. I love that song. That one gets my blood boiling. Heard somebody say that, yeah, the song is about just no matter what you grow through, you've got to live your life like this one. I'm like, yeah, the song is about that. But if you really listen to the song, listen to the lyrics, he's robbing somebody. Like, you got to, he listen to the song. But I get what you're saying. But no, that's kind of sort of not really what the song is about. Just listen to the lyrics. But anyway, it's all good. I'm here to celebrate X, and I hope you guys will celebrate X with me. So make sure that you are talking to me below. Talk to me down in the comments. Let me know, what is your favorite DMX song? Have you ever met DMX? Do you have a DMX story? Or tell me the very first time that you heard DMX music. I definitely want to hear it. Interested in hearing those stories. This is what we do on this channel. We celebrate artists. Roses will be coming up soon. I'll be explaining more about roses and how that goes down as well. A lot of stuff we do on this channel. I'm the only one here. So, all right. Thank you guys again so much for watching. DMX, we love you. Comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. And we are out.